We're early, baby. Let's go. Woo. All right. The voice is back and better. We're feeling good again. I don't have to contain myself and do an ASMR stream where I have to talk very softly. So yes, the hydration is here. I am so prepared. I was in the chat early. So because I was in the chat early, I saw some questions and some things. I'm going to answer some questions and things about the big picture of DC20 and like timeline stuff and things I normally don't talk about, right? Yeah. I literally wasn't coughing until like the second I pressed go live, and I was like, but I'm going to show the spell page, the big picture. I'm going to show the big picture, and then I'm going to talk about some timeline stuff that I normally don't talk about. So first, the thing that I want everybody to understand, and I think you'd agree on this, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, I got the chat right here, but I don't think it would be good if I set a date for anyone. It's just going to make people sad. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a human and I have no idea. Like how long it takes to project. No one in making a project has any idea unless they've done it like again. You know, I've done a Kickstarter before. I wrote Alchemist's Almanac, published it, sitting right there. Yeah. So this one's going to be way more efficient, like it already has been. But like publishing a brand new game system, yuck. The only way I would know is if I then made a different game system, and they're like, oh yeah, I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's going to be a guess, and why I say it's going to make everyone sad is, let's say I guess a certain date X. If that's super far away and I overestimate, people are gonna be so sad and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go do something else besides DC20. I'm gonna wait until it comes, and people are gonna be sad. And if I say too soon, yeah, I guess people are gonna be excited. But then they're going to be very sad. It's like short-term excitement, because then that date comes and then they're all sad and mad at me and stuff, right? So that's why the tricky situation I'm in, right? So there's that, just in general, right? What's going on? We already have 50 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Onyx Studios again with 50 gifted memberships. And then Jeff Chambers comes in hot with 10 gifted memberships right behind him. 60 memberships, guys. Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh. These membership things are crazy. You guys just keep cranking them out here. And we got oh my gosh, Jeff Bengal with a super chat. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now I'm going to answer Jeff Bengal's. I'm going to answer all the super chats when I get into the Q&A section. So if anybody does super chat, I have never not answered a super chat. I know it's a double negative, but forget English. I was a math teacher, not English teacher. Right. So, there's that. So, and then the second thing is the updates, numbers. So .10 is the spells. It's coming up next, right? .11 is going to be the great rewording and level 5, both, right? Level 5 class features for every single class. Cool. Is 0.11. 0.12 is when we're like, okay, there's going to be some things with the game that is when we're on towards pushing it out towards the next phase. 0.12 probably will be an ancestry audit. We're going to go back and look through all the ancestries. Also, 0.11 will probably bring the other ancestries out as well. Those have been already play tested and released through Patreon content on the DC20 magazines have been coming through with some early access stuff to kind of a little play test, get it out there, tweak, polish before we put it in the game. And then, so that means 0.12 will probably be level 6 subclass things, ancestry audit, etc. And probably start to be, that might be it. And then some other big picture rules as far as the other pillars of the game is when that's going to start to be either .12 or .13 is going to be other pillars of the game: social systems, disposition, exploration pillars, downtime, etc. Right? And 0.14 will probably be the higher level capstone things. I would say, as far as how many of these, I would probably say we might be in the .16s or so, but anything past .12 is gonna pretty much be like, man, the game's almost done. You know what I'm saying? Like, after dot 10 is going to be, in my opinion, the best state of the game's ever been in. Obviously, every update I could say that, but I'm saying dot 10 is unique and special because the game will finally be as I intended. If I was a perfectionist, I would not have released DC20 until now, until the dot 10, because you have all the spells, you have all the spell sources. Spellcasters can actually pick a freaking spell list instead of having these pre-made bullcrap, right? So there we go, right? There we go. There's that. And then wouldn't it be crazy if the release would dot 20? If we had like a dot 20 and that was the final release, you know what I'm saying? And then it just jumps to 1.0. So anyway, there's that. We have more Onyx Studios with another 50 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh. Onyx is going hard in the paint. Yes, he is. Oh my God. Goats for everybody. Let's go. It's funny. So now, La Mancha says, do we have a date? I just talked about me not saying dates. So my goals, I'll tell you my best case goals, just so people have some sort of estimate, but take everything I've just said into consideration whenever I say the estimates, right? My original goal with spells was to release it by my birthday, which is October 29th. So it's basically like 2 months away from now, a month and some change, pretty much 2 months from now. I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe. And if not, then the next goal will be Thanksgiving. And if not, then the next goal will be Christmas. But there's no way it doesn't get out. It doesn't release before Christmas. For sure, 0.10 will be released this year, for sure. I could pretty much guarantee that. And then the full game is 2026. The full game is 2026. I have said mid 2026. And I would say now, yeah, mid to late 2026 is probably what I'd say now. So things are moving. And to show things are moving, I am going to show you all the big picture. So here we go. Check it out. Boom. This is the big picture. Now, if you don't notice, I have copy pasted last week's image right here. If you can't tell, tricked you. And all these super chats. I see there's some crazy super chats coming in. And then, oh my gosh, Liam is $100 super chat. We got a $50 super chat from Jeff Bangle. Oh my gosh, guys. 20 from Curly. Okay. I'm going to showcase this and I'm coming back and getting all these super chats, guys. Oh my God, y'all are popping off. Okay. So what I was showing is this. This is what it looked like last week. We have this blue, gold, purple, green, all that kind of stuff. And now here's what it looks like. This is 1 week later. This is from last live stream. This is 1 week later. And also, I'm not trying to tease you guys. This is also what it looks like now that I'm back from Gen Con and everything's out of the way. I have purposely cleared off my schedule. There has been entire days, and this is rare, since before Gen Con when I was prepping for the Brenda Lee Mulligan stuff and all the other things, and Gen Con and all the things, right? Back then, I was not able to do this. This week, multiple times this week, I was able to literally come in this office and do nothing but make spells. It was beautiful. So many cool things are coming. I can't wait. But now look, here's that side by side. Bam. Woo, what? We are done with blue and we are into golden. We are all golden, baby. And so we got Fire's purple. Nature's almost purple. And we had a team meeting today. We've been tripling down the team meetings. We've been having 3 team meetings a week instead of 1. We've been cranking. So that is very exciting. So what that looks like, if anybody has not seen, I do these in patron live streams. It's one of the patron perks for all patrons on Wednesday mornings. So I'm not going to show the purple right now. I don't think it'd be fair to the patrons who have that's their thing that we do every week. I made a whole bunch of progress, so I'm going to showcase that tomorrow. And then maybe next week in the live stream, I'll show some stuff here and so we'll see what it looks like again. I'll keep showing you guys this every single time, right? But then what's a good example I can show what that looks like? I'll do cold. So this is like cold spells, right? So this is what yellow looks like. These pink spells are like D&D spells that are just like the standard. The purple spells are some ideas of like, ooh, what if we could have and like some other crazy different things, right? And then Purple is going to be this template where we actually start like writing out the spells, the cost, the range, the target, the size, description, enhancements, all that kind of stuff, right? So there is that huge stuff there, people. Huge. Let's go. Hydration check. Ha. Yeah. K-pop Demon Hunter reference. I made that to my patrons, and they made fun of me. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. Just saying. All right, so let's go. Now, questions. Hashtag question. If you have a question, we are going right into the Q&A. So ask your questions. I'm jumping into the super chats first. Thank you guys for all these super chats. Y'all are crazy. I haven't even started reading them, and y'all are flooding me. So thank you guys. And let's dive right in. And let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Go back to the first one. Where we at? Curly Bolt. Let's go, Curly Bolt. It's freaking spell time, boys. Let's go. Also, what's up, coach? Curly Bolt setting the hype before the hype even happened. I appreciate you, brother. That's awesome. I think you're Luxio. Isn't that the Pokemon that you have? My kids got opened a Pokemon card pack, and they got a Luxio. I think that's what the Pokemon's name is. Anyway, awesome. Jeff Bengal. For the Spellblade Hex Warrior Discipline, does the curse end when the target makes a successful physical save against it, or does the curse continue for the full 1 minute duration with the new saves at the end of the target's subsequent turns? Interesting. So I'm gonna just pull up. I'm gonna pull up the. That's interesting. I'm gonna pull up a different sheet here. That's funny. So I'm gonna pull up and show what it reads, because I think this will actually be a good rules insight into seeing how it. If it needs, it depends if it says repeated save is what we're looking for here. But then why is nothing pulling up? Okay, there we go. All right. Spellbound Hex Warrior Discipline. Does the curse end? 1 second, right here. When the target makes a successful physical save against it. Okay. Or does the curse continue for the full 1 minute duration? I'm pretty sure if it says a repeated save, it's going to end. I'm going to get I love rules clarification questions. And let's see. So you spend 1 AP, 1 MP to curse a creature within 10 spaces for 1 minute. You make a spell check against the target's repeated physical save. There we go. So let me pull this up here. So the keyword here is repeated physical save. This is a game term. This is what I was pulling it up here to show you guys. It's official game term. A repeated physical save means they make it at the end of every turn until they save, and then it's over, right? So the save failure, the target's days are impaired. So if they fail, it takes 1 honorable damage each your turn, and all that. So if they fail, they are for 1 minute maximum. They are under the effects of this for 1 minute until they save against the repeated save at the end of each of their turns. That's what a repeated save is. A repeated save is codified in the core rules of the game. So boom, awesome, love rules, questions, clarification, live streams. Let's go. All right, got you, Jeff. Appreciate you, brother. And Jeff's one of the ranked fan people. Let's go. Party Hardy, introduce a new player to DC20. Another joins. Like it's a cult or something. Yes, another has joined the fold. Let's go, party. And then Agile Monk. Let's go. Alan, Sarah, and the boys. Uncle Agile Monk. Uncle John. Let's go. Let's go, Uncle Agile Monk. The uncle, the wise uncle at the top of the hill. Eventually, Talon and Carter will be strong enough to rise to the top of the hill. Let's go. Afari Noxa, sounding much better, coach. Gonna play Silk Song. What Silk Song? Wait, no, wait. Silk Song. Is that one of the things it might be one of the things I made a note of before, but Silk Song. It sounds familiar. It might be in my notes, Safari Noxa, but you've stumped me on this one. And then wait, is that another 50 from Onyx Studios? Oh, no, that's the 50 I saw. Okay. Oh, gosh, y'all are crazy. Onyx Studios. Thank you, dude. Oh, my gosh. Liam, $100 super chat. Hello, DC20 community. A few days ago, I launched a campaign for DC's GM assistant. If I liked it, I promised to bring my usual DC20 passion to the job. If you would like to show your support, type hashtag Liam for GM assistant in the chat. God bless DC in this community. Liam, that's true. Another thing that happened, I made a video on the channel. It's in the announcements thing on Discord that I am looking for. It is. I watched the video back to make sure I said it, but it's not a job. It is a little side hustle gig that somebody can take on and be like, oh, cool, and like do an assistant GM stuff. The cool part about it is it'll save me time from GM prepping to be able to work on DC20 more, and it'll have this person will also turn the content I play with my players into actual content I can turn into a PDF and give back to you guys, and it's even more content for DC20. So it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be awesome. And Liam has, like a presidential candidate, is running for it, and he has a whole campaign going for it. So props to you, Liam. Let's go. And I am that application is just closed, and I'm going to be reviewing those literally probably all day tomorrow because there's over 100, which is wild. That's absolutely insane. 100 people applied for that. So I was blown away. I thought there'd be like literally 12 or something. Baron Brendan, can't stick around for any advice for the but any advice for the sorcerer that is a wrestler LM making. Thanks for the fun stream. Oh man. Okay, so I am going to be a player in a 0.9.5 campaign with Bardic Aggravation, and I'm not going to say too much. I am making a might-based druid that might be good at some of that wrestling stuff, right? So make a might-based sorcerer, pick up a talent at level character path, your path progression, go martial path progression at level 2, and have some fun. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And I took a Spellblade talent at level 2 as well. So let's go. Curly Bolt, Liam, I am going for that position too. Hashtag DC20 for life. Let's go. That's so crazy to see that, like, people whose names I recognize are going for that. That's awesome. And then Danny, what's up, my Danny? Let's go. Thanks for the alcohol rules in the patron PDF. Always have to be GM homebrewing junk at taverns and other games. That's awesome. Yeah, I did want to put alcohol poisoning as in the poisoning thing. That was another good addition by the team to throw that one in there. So I thought that was cool too. Yeah. And poison just came up a second ago too. What were we talking about with poisons? Oh, the Artificer subclass. The Artificer is done. Levels 1 and 2. The Artificer is done. So that should be the Artificer should be sneak peek reveal. People I met at Gen Con and should be sending it out to, and Metallic Dragon patrons should be getting the Artificer tomorrow probably. So I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note for that right now. I don't want to mess that up. Where's Sky? Reminder to send out Artificer early. Cool. So yeah, that's super exciting. But that's what came up is one of the 2 subclasses for level 3 is an alchemist type situation, which has poisons and potions and stuff. So stay tuned for that. And then Joseph, Lizzie says hello. Insisted I come by and say hi. What an awesome partner support DC20 freaking couple right there. Love that. Go say hi to Coach. Let's thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Joe. Let's go. Brandon, let's go. Speaking of Bardic Aggravation, late fee. I had to feed the penguins out back. Don't tell Wheeler or he'll come by and kidnap them all. Yeah, don't tell Wheeler is right. That's dog. All right, sick. Let's go back to live chat. All right, cool. So let's do some Q&A. Now we had the questions asked. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have my moderator. Good old Dustbreaker. Yeah, we go. Cool September. And then there we go. Oh, let's go, Dustbreaker. Love it. Love to see it. And then I am feeling better, Vince. Appreciate you, dude. All right. So now to the questions. I'm getting more efficient with questions, people. I'm getting more efficient. And we're not even halfway through, and I'm already to the live stream questions. Let's go. Not a pro 1234 question. When will Scion get reworked for the new armor? It what? Oh, okay. So the ADPD situation, we have a patch for it In fact, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do reminder Scion patch. I thought we did patch it and send out an update, but I will double check. That and make sure to get that out there. If we have not done that yet, because it was a super simple update. It was like one thing was changed to AD or something, or no, their MD, whatever Scion thing that had like an increase to MD was just a psychic resistance. Psychic resistance, I think, is all it was switched out for, which is exactly what it should have been anyway. Scion's getting mystical damage reduction and having to do with Radiant and Umbral made no sense anyway, but that's a whole thing with the other system. So, yeah, cool. So there's that. And then, hey, Super Chat, Aegis, woohoo! Go and support those Bark Aggravation boys. Okay, support all the wonderful content creators of this DC community. Make the community sing. Yes, absolutely. It has been super cool, and I actually have just been I actually brought in 3 or 4 new DC20 content creators from TikTok that have been ventured in. So we're getting some heavy hitters that at least know of DC20 and want to make stuff or are interested in making stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be able to have any true like wave of content creators come in until the game's done. The creators right now that are diving into DC20 right now, trust me, I will not forget that. I will not forget that. I have a list of everyone right now. I keep adding to it of people who are making DC20 content right now, because that means so much to me, especially because the game's not done yet. Like, that's crazy, right? So props. Agile Monk, what's up again, man? I've finished an entire world setting and lore book that can be used for DC20. Its final revision before going on to print here in the USA. Oh my gosh. I remember talking to you about that, dude. Let's go. You see, you finished that far faster than if you would have with me, because I've been slowing you down, man. Working on the core rules, I've been slowing you down. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I'm excited for you, dude. That's awesome. And then Red Panda Games just got here, so apologies if I already discussed, but my Root is my favorite game of all time. Hey. Root, baby. Root is my favorite board game, not TTRPG, favorite board game of all time as well. Love that shirt, and if you ever play online, I'd love to get in on it. Oh, let's go. You play the digital game? I might have to make an announcement on that. I'd probably make a Patreon announcement, but I will say a slight flex. We play Root every now and again, and we have a crown that goes to the winner. And I have the crown of the Forest Crown that we play for. So it stays right there. I'll keep it right there. I was the core of a conspiracy, and I had a 21-point turn and turned over like a ton of plots that I had just been like, don't worry about it. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, anyway, that's funny. And then the progress sheet you made for spells is really hype. Can we get one of those for maneuvers? Oh, Liam, the maneuvers is way more closer to done. The whole thing would be purple. The maneuvers sheet, the whole thing is purple, and a few of them are green. So the maneuvers are almost done. That will be very exciting to just that I'll have a whole thing I do once that's done. So those are pretty much done. The only thing slowing them down is Artificer, and all the progress we're making on spells, it's going to get even faster, because right now, while I'm working on spells and the team's working on all this, we're working on the Artificer and maneuvers and not techniques anymore. They've been combined, and maneuvers. And once those are done, it's nothing but spells, baby. So let's go. All right. So back to the chat questions. Agent MM, now that maneuvers can be enhanced, what enhancements would save maneuvers have, and will it step on the toes of Rogue's debilitating strike? So save maneuvers. I'm going to say this. I think I mentioned this in the thing, and this will make more sense once the game's out and I can make the video and show the pictures and all that kind of stuff to show the full tutorial on this. But the save maneuvers are weapon maneuvers now. So there's not going to be like save maneuver technique maneuver enhancement things, right? So like a bleed maneuver, for example, is going to be if you use an axe and blah, 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 or you have a weapon and you do a custom weapon and you choose the axe weapon style that gives the axe weapon enhancement that does the bleed enhancement. That comes from those save things that just like add on to effects. Those are added on to weapons now, not like a core maneuver. There are going to be some core maneuvers like a knockback situation and stuff like that, but it won't step on Rogue's Debilitating Strike, because Rogue's Debilitating Strike is going to be, I can pretty much guarantee, the only one that's like, boom, it's a strike and here's a list of options and they last for a round. Like, wow, right? Now, will there be a maneuver that's like, if you pump a bunch of stamina into it, you can do a bunch of cool stuff? Yeah. So, but I don't think that's competing with Debilitating Strike for Rogues, because Debilitating Strike and what eventually Debilitating Strike keeps evolving into will absolutely be a part of the Rogues kit to help them apply any condition for a round, which is huge for the Rogues, right? So yeah, there you go. And then six off center question. Was wondering if one of those updates will see a focus on adding more talents. Feels like there's enough for general talents you want to multi-class. Great question, 6 off center. I would say that would probably be 0.13 or honestly probably 0.14, because talents are purposely being left out of the game, and except for the ones that are there right now. Talents are purposely going to be the last thing added because class features, the what each class does, subclass features. I want to make all the classes and subclasses of the game, and then, all right, where are the umbrellas? Where are the things that span across multiple classes? Where are the things that haven't been hit? There's the talents. You know what I'm saying? So we cannot release talents now, or we'll eat up the design space of classes and subclasses. So we have to wait. I hope that makes sense. That's a little bit of the background game design stuff, but there you go for that. So that's going to be a 0.14, 0.15 thing. One of the last things added on purpose, you know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. And then Liam, okay, cool. Kyle, what publisher do you recommend for DC20 Homebrew? What do you mean publisher? What publisher do you recommend for DC20 Homebrew? What do you mean publisher, Kyle? Kyle, I'm confused what you mean by publisher. Do you mean like third-party content creator? Do you mean third-party content creator? Because on that regard, I have not seen the only two people's like homebrew created material that I've like seen and like even talked with them about is the Cleric Corner, made a doppelganger type situation, and Swordplay and Sorcery. Made a bunch of conversions. I joined some of his live streams when he was doing that. So I don't have, especially I don't know what you mean by publisher. If you're talking about creator, I also right now mainly the DC20 influencer people, the most of them that I am aware of are making videos and stuff and aren't as like making a bunch of DC20 homebrew. And if they are, they should be emailing me and letting me know these things so I can know about it. So if I answer this question, I would say them, you know. But there's that question. And then Wandering Wookiee, magazine number 9 was classes, subclass only, no ancestry update. Magazine number 9 was for the Scion. Oh, you're talking about the Cyborn. The Cyborn. Aha. Yes. Okay. Cyborn Ancestry. Yeah. The Cyborn Ancestry, I'm going to make a note now when I have my little sky note now, and I'm going to say Cyborn Ancestry update check in, right? So there's that. There we go. Thank you for the clarification there. Moon Reva. Cool thing, as I drove back to Arizona from Gen Con, I had multiple people stop me to talk about DC20 because I was wearing my purple DC20 shirt. Was amazing to see it recognized out in the wild. Oh my gosh, that is pretty crazy. As I drove back to Arizona from Gen Con. That's cool, Moon Reaver. That is pretty crazy. And I think that's a cool thing for the community. Like it's going to be a ripple effect. I'm going to feel it first at a Gen Con in a TTRPG setting, and people see me and maybe they knew me from before DC20, and then they say like, hey, DC20. And I have felt that already continuously grow and compound year over year. 3 years ago, I wasn't even recognized in any of those settings unless I was standing next to Luke Hart from the DM's Lair, and then they would recognize Luke, and then they'd be like, oh, wait. And I'm like, the Dungeon Coach? And they're like, oh. So that was like 3 or 4 years ago. And then now it's completely changed. So And I'm saying that's really cool, and it does feel good. It feels like all this like push and all this hard work and all this like people are seeing and people are playing. I love that, and I love that that's also rippling through to you guys, and you guys can be talking about the TTRPG you play, and then you say DC20 to someone you've never met someone you've never met before, and you've never met this person, and they play DC20. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love that. I love that. You just got me so excited. And then Rex Room. Have you ever considered doing prestige classes like D&D 3.5? It feels perfect to mix with prestige systems already in DC20. Dodges the main 10 levels, but there's a reward to longtime players. Dodge it. Yeah. So Rex Room. That is a. I would love to answer that question in a long answer. The short answer is I do not think we will be doing prestige classes because the amount of design space that they eat up would be eating up design space in a level playing bracket where nobody's going to be. So if you were to tell me a prestige class that should be in the game, I would probably just challenge you and be like, why not do that level 1? Why not do that at level 3 and have it be a subclass? Why not do that as a talent? Why not do that as a bundle of talents that you could take together and then there you go? You know what I'm saying? So I think prestige things like that will probably be iterated in the form of talents that you can take and require each other possibly, or they will just be a class that you could take at level 1 and then imagine at level 20 if you took the class and you are this class and then you hit your prestige and then you can start taking class talents and you start taking level 1, level 2, level 3, and you literally are 2 classes by the time you're level 20. Like, yes, please. That's amazing, right? Oh my gosh, wait, what happened? Onyx with 20. That's 110. So it was 60, 110, 130 gifted memberships in total now. Thank you, Onyx Studios. My God. Wait, no. That is 170, 180 plus with Jeff. Damn, dude. Onyx Studios is drunk. Yeah, Knucklebone. I think you're right. I literally talked to Onyx Studios in Marco Polo's, and we've been going back and forth on some things. And then off on the side, he's just like with these membership things, dude. Thank you, man, for real, man. And so then okay. I'm trying to get back and caught up. Have you ever Prestige? Okay, now we're back on that. There's Onyx Studios. Liam, not sure I'm hyped for combo maneuvers or the changes to the combo casting or maneuver duels. What? What can you tell me to get me hyped? Not sure I'm hyped for combo maneuvers or maneuver. There's no such thing as maneuver duels. Yeah, there's no such thing as maneuver duels. And then combo casting, straight up, no questions asked, was the most broken thing and currently is the most broken thing about DC20 right now. It's been known, it's been a thing. Combo casting, we're gonna make it work. Combo casting cannot work how it does currently because all you have to do is have like 3 spellcasters in your party and you can start to break the game, especially once we release spells and you see like what you can do with a dominate spell or some of these like damaging spells or some like, illusion, reality bending spells or whatever. Like if you can get everyone to have it and then you hit level 3 and then everyone can put 2 mana into it, 3 level 3 spellcasters that can spend 2 mana on a spell could spend 2, 4, 6 mana on one spell, and then now you are breaking the game. Like that is crazy. So now it's going to be incentivized, and it'll be a cool thing that you can do as an option, and it's going to be more balanced in that way, instead of just breaking the game and causing some very unintended things and game masters being sad and other things, right? And then combo maneuvers. Just wait. The first combo maneuvers popped in my head is imagine a world where the barbarian can grab somebody, throw them up into the air, and the monk jump into the air, do a bicycle kick, and kick them back down to the ground. I don't know. What's more. I don't know. That's if you're not hyped for that. I don't know, Liam. I don't know. There's a little sneak peek. Liam, the best one at getting sneak peeks. Lord Barrington, late fee, good sir.
I'm sorry, Lord Barrington, I should have read this super chat, but late fee, good sir. I always look forward to catching your full live streams as it's a highlight for me the night before my weekly game night. Glad I could catch up on some of it. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you, Lord Barrington. Thank you.
Late fee, good sir. That's awesome. That is awesome. And it's cool too, because I have my little like streams that I do, like my weekly little shows that I have like kind of on the background while I'm doing stuff or whatever, and to know that I am that for somebody else as well, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for that, man. And then Kyle, I meant, who did you use for Alcanner's Almanac to physically publish the book? Oh, thanks for getting for these. Okay, cool. So publishing the book is Regency Publishing. Regency Publishing is who prints my Alcanner's Almanac, and they're going to be who prints DC20. So there's them, and then yeah, that's my printer. That's who like prints the books. And then Crown Logistics is who is my like person that's doing all the logistics for it, but they have like very strict expectations or like not standards, requirements to be able to do. So you have to have thousands of books that you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, before you can use them. And they have like, before they would take people on, and they have like a waiting list and all this other stuff. So I got in early with them before they were big, and now they're big, and that was lucky on my part. So there's that. And then, okay, there we go. Cool. Now we're back to the questions. I feel like this is maybe the most efficient I've been with questions. I feel like I haven't cut any short. I've answered them all, and I'm able to answer some chat questions too. Let's go. Okay. Jason Fisher, is changing bloodied to wounded part of the great rewording? That is on the docket. I will say that is on the docket. Bloodied is, technically lots of creatures don't have blood, like plants and skeletons. So I absolutely see it. So it maybe that's coming. I missed my question. Wait a second. I missed the question. Hold up. Time out. I missed the question. Aura? What? I missed the question. I missed the super chat. Aura, Aegis, Brandon, Danny, Curly, Fari not Aura. No, I didn't have any. Aura, Agile, Red Panda, Liam, Kyle, Wandering Wookiee, Moonreaver, Rex Room, Liam, Lord Barrington, Kyle, Mantic just super chatted, and actually was tweeting gift permissions again. I can't even tell if that's new or not. Maybe that's not new. Okay. Mantic, I am writing a one-shot to run at conventions. Can you give me a 2 to 3 sentence scenario you've wanted to play or see? What? My first head goes to Monster Hunt. A one-shot premise that I've wanted to do. A one-shot premise, probably a bank heist. I don't know. I'm a sucker for those. A bank heist where you gotta scope out, you gotta do a skill challenge, kind of scope out give them like 2 or 3 entrance points, let them scope out the thing, see where they come in from, and do a B&E with like a battle at somebody catches them in the room, and then they do the battle and have to try and get out. That would be super fun. There you go, Mantic. And then Liam, I got 6 endorsements so far. If I get 20, I'll give away that monster coach owes me. Oh, that's funny. To the first 20 endorsements, I'll use a D20 to decide from the first 20 endorsements. Liam, you are a presidential, you have a very well organized campaign, brother. Okay, we're back to the live chats. If somebody said I missed their question, if it wasn't a super chat, I have my moderator right here grabbing the question. So make sure you do a hashtag question, or just say it again, because I'm getting close to the bottom of the list. So let's go. Okay. Azernith, question. What about a sustained spell or an ability enhancement where the target has to save every turn but is not ended? Wait a second. What about a sustained spell or an ability enhancement where the target has to save every turn but it's not ended if they save because you're sustaining? I see what you're saying. So a sustained spell that deals damage, a sustained spell tries to make a save every turn was not ended. Save. I could see there being a spell. Oh, see, that'd be tough though. That's interesting. I could see there being a spell where you make a save and then they have like a big damage and an effect that this keeps happening to them while you're sustaining on it, and when you keep doing it. And then if they save and you're still sustaining, in general, that should end, right? In general, that should end, right? Or in general, it would not be a sustain in the first place, right? So the real answer to the question is general, like homebrew advice or whatever, is the general advice for that would be you make a spell, it's not sustained. If they have a repeated save, it wouldn't even be sustained in the first place because they were making a repeated save to stop it. But if you wanted to still have it be sustained and have it be really strong or something like that, and they're trying to save it so that you're like sustaining it and all that kind of stuff, okay, I could see a pocket of spells that could be like that. And then if they save against it, it probably ends the sustain right away and it's over. But there could be an interesting scenario where the effect, if they're under a certain effect, like hindered or impaired, dazed, whatever, that goes away, but then they still take 1 damage each round that you're sustaining. That could be a possible thing, but that's risky. It's a bit risky business, but super cool idea. So in fact, I'll even go over here. Where should I go for that? I'll go over here and I'll put in sustain keeps going and they have something bad happen even on a save, question marks. But there's my 2 cents on that. Zagard, the update. Zagard, now that we know we need the power of Galrim in the temple of Ubetchu, we head into the den of spiders, known only as the Great Web. Now that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. The Great Web. Where we must make it through the spiders' tribes of the Great Web. First one we encounter are the Glimmerfang. Ooh, now I think that a spider colony known as the Great Web, and there's just like this, that's like an underground spider situation. That's pretty freaking cool, dude. Zagard, I am hyped for the next section of this adventure with the Glimmerfang. Are they spiders that can go invisible? The Glimmerfang? Shimmerfang. They're invisible. They're invisible while they're suspended on spider webs. While the spider is on a spider web, they're invisible. Is that the thing? I just made a mechanic right now. Let's go. Thank you, Zagard, with the $100 super chat. Insanity as well. And another 50 gifted memberships from Onyx Studios. We are approaching 300 now. It's insane. We're past 200. What's going on? Onyx, you are a madman. Oh, thank you, dude. Jarmuz, thanks for being a member. How tall are you? Matt Mercer looks so small. 6'4". I'm 6'4", and I get that as well from fellow influencers and whatever else. I am very tall. I'm 6'4", like 270. I'm a big guy. So seeing walking around or seeing people and you're like, didn't think you'd be so tall. Mainly because I sit in a chair all the time, and you only ever see me in a chair, so there's no context. Even like walking through my doorway, you never see. So that's funny. Jormas. Everybody was saying that about the Matt Mercer picture too. Agile Monk again. Thanks, brother. I have a custom subclass still coming from the Kickstarter. I've got on my calendar. Absolutely. Those subclasses will start to probably trickle out after .10. .10 is so freaking important. Got to get it out. And then that's when I have gathered up the subclasses from those next level top tier Kickstarter backers that you're one of. And those are going to be rolled out after 0.10 has been when where that's on my calendar. So now we're synced up. Let's go. And then, oh my gosh, there's so many memberships that's just flooded. Felix Fortune for Fursuna. Spells that inflict brainwash status for X turns. Yes. There is dominate spells are going to be for sure a thing. There's gonna be temporary domination. There's gonna be permanent domination. There's gonna be partial domination. Imagine a spell where you are dominating somebody, and instead of that person getting 4 action points, you spend 2 of their action points for them on your turn, and they spend the other 2. How freaking fun is that? I think it's so cool. So domination in DC20, yes, there'll be one that you fully mind control people, yes. But imagine a villain, or imagine you against an enemy. You make a save. If you fail, it's technically like stunned 2. Because stunned 1 takes away 1 action point, stunned 2, stunned 3, stunned 4, right? So imagine stunned blank, let's just say stunned 2, and the villain gets to spend 2 of your action points for you. Run over there and hit your friend, you know? Or run away, and then you have to run back. So there could be some really interesting play and counterplay to do there, right? So there's that. That's full domination, right? But then there's also like command and like charm type effects where you like suggest somebody to do something and they can't harm themselves type things, right? So there's that, right? So there you go, Felix. And then Zagard, Zagard again. Also, on a completely different note, been playing It Takes Two each week before the streams with my fiance. I would 100% recommend this because one section with Lego building literally made me think of D&D and world building. So cool. Dude, I'm writing that down right here, right now. It Takes Two. I am going to buy that. I'm going to, after this stream ends, I'm going to buy that. I saw that Zekard, bro. Oh my God. We're so, like, you just like jump through the screen at me right now. I had written down like a bunch of lists of like games to play with my wife and stuff because I'm trying to like, you know, she likes the puzzles now. We're sort of kind of building puzzles together. So that is very exciting. And I saw It Takes Two was like on my list of like things I want to evaluate. That's enough of a shining recommendation. I'm just going to buy that. So thank you, Zagard. And I would use that super chat to buy. Thanks, dude. This is crazy. That was very efficient. And then another 20 gifted from Onyx Studios. Crazy. And then thank you, dude. Jekyll Geek. Any spells that would affect siege warfare, asking for world building reasons. Siege warfare. Earthquake. Yeah. There's going to be a spell, like a fortress type spell where you can make your own fortress. So you could like make a fortress in front of a fortress to protect the fortress. That seems kind of cool. There's not a trebuchet, like catapult, like maybe like the catapult spell, but like a mega catapult spell, right? Columns of fire coming down, you know? So I can't say that there's any, apart from what I've just rattled off right there, siege warfare spells that stick out of my head for that specifically, but that's exactly the type of question I can't wait to answer once the spells are done and we're past 0.10 and we can go look at all the spells and see which ones would be cool for siege warfare. So I love that, Juggle Geek. Is that another Onyx? Onyx, you're a banned from any more gifted memberships. That's insanity. We are at 300 now. Oh, I have a counter right here. I didn't even know. On my screen right here, I have a counter. It says 270 gifted memberships. There's only 287 people in the chat right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm so lucky to have this community behind DC20. Like, for real. It literally wouldn't be possible without, like, it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. Thank you, guys. Zagard again. The Glimmerfang spiders, like jewels. These spiders decorate their webs with glittering corpses and perfectly arrangement items. Perfectly arranged remains. They do not eat them. They just want you to look. Now, that last sentence was creepy. We're already talking about spiders, which is already mega creep vibes. And then you said, they just want you to look. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Woo, buddy. Man, that's cool. That's cool, man. Glimmerfang spiders. Caleb Trayer. Thanks for the super chat, man. Caleb Trayer. Question. I regret not asking at Gen Con. What is the largest benefit you see in designing all 20 subclasses before releasing? I love this ability it provides for future updates. That is an amazing question. And oh my gosh, I could answer this question for a very long time. Okay. If y'all were not aware, I fully plan on developing all 20 classes for DC20 before the core rules are done. I know people are going to hate me for that and be like, release the game. Trust me, the game will be at a release, like pretty much finished state while this is going on, but I just don't want to pull the trigger on printing the books for it yet until we do our due diligence. And my best answer to that question of why it's so good, for this not to be a very long answer, because I could talk about this for a long time, and you should have asked me at Gen Con because I would have talked your ear off about it, is we've already seen so many huge benefits from doing this with the Artificer. The Artificer has already made 0.10 better. Like the 0.10 that's going to be released here soon is better because we are making the Artificer. The Artificer has challenged the system. It's pushed the limits of where magic items are going. The Artificer's spell infusion system and spell casting in general, and how those balance out, and how magic items balance with spells now. The Artificer and the process of us making the Artificer has enhanced spells and magic items in the core game. Imagine if we didn't do that. Imagine if we didn't do that, and if I was like, oh, let's just crank it out, guys, and then we'll do the other classes later. Let's get this content, and then we can and just like have some sort of like, get out of here. So yeah, it's been great, and that's just one of the recent ones. But there you go. And we hit the live stream goal. So there's a $75 dice giveaway. $75 Die Hard dice giveaway, cranking out there at the end of the stream in just a second. So heck yeah, thank you guys. Love that question too. Curly Bolt, does DC20 have anything like magic ley lines or other places where magic enters the world in the lore? Curly Bolt, yes. So I'm going to say this very vaguely, and I think this is cool. I think it's a cool thing about the world lore of DC20. Maybe not. So there is imagine the world. There is a band that wraps around the world. Not perfectly. It's a bit wild. It wraps around the world, and it is like an aurora borealis around the world of a rip and tear, for some reasons I won't get into, of why it exists in the first place, of like wild magic type stuff, and magic is enhanced and works a little bit differently along that band, and that band wraps around the whole world, right? Depending on when it gets over like an Arctic area, ooh, that's interesting stuff. It wraps around something in the desert, ooh, interesting, right? So yeah, that is hopefully that answers your question, gives a little bit of lore sneak peeks there too. So heck yeah. Vapor Light read a comment in DC20 subreddit, and someone said that Nimble is so good and cheap. Why do we need to wait for DC20? How do you defend against this claim? The creator of Nimble reached out to me before he made Nimble and was like, hey, so I got a lot of inspiration based off whatever, and so like, cool. If Nimble is like the DC20 meets 5e hybrid situation for you to play, and it scratches that itch, absolutely go for it. There's absolutely some huge differences between Nimble and DC20, where me and the creator disagreed on idea paths, obviously, because he took it in a different direction, and I took it in a different direction. So very different games for sure. And I would answer the same way if somebody said about Daggerheart. So as far as Nimble goes, I see no difference between somebody wanting to go play Nimble and wanting to go play Daggerheart. I would say if somebody wanted to play DC20, they could play it right now, and then you could easily keep leveling up and just keep giving yourself talents and picking other things. And if Nimble's, if you don't feel comfortable exploring the things that aren't released yet, then I would just say wait. So if you don't want to wait for DC20, then go play another system until DC20 is at a spot for you to be able to get behind it fully. I'd say that for any system, right? Shadowdark, Daggerheart, all the stuff, right? So yeah, that's as far as I don't even feel like I need to defend it, because it's just true. And if I did, hopefully you see where this is coming from. If I was worried about that, or if I was like, oh no, then I would probably be developing DC20 more differently. I would be releasing it sooner. I wouldn't be doing things like making the Artificer to make the game better, and the game would be hurried through and released so that I can get it done, so that I can be able to be in the spotlight more and have DC20 come into the thing. But then the game wouldn't be as good, but I could sell more things, and I could make more Kickstarters and make more money. I'm not about that. I want the game to be as best as possible, and it comes with some drawbacks. And I feel bad for the community for it taking longer, but that's kind of where what I believe is best for the game and for the community. And that's not me trying to speak for you guys. That's me trying to make the best game possible, so that whenever it is finished, it's like, whew, let's go, right? And then like finish up your Daggerheart campaign and jump over to DC20. Yeah, let's go. So love that. Liam, what is the most good aligned and most evil aligned spells you've made? Essentially none. There's no really alignment in spells. Alignment's going to be a thing, but as far as like conceptually, but it's not going to be a thing mechanically. So there's that. And it's a simple answer there. But it's also a little sneak peek type question there, Liam. I see what you did there. Dead Man. Hey, Coach, I want to ask if you or someone in the DC20 team could help convert my D&D 5e monster stats to DC20 for a Silent Hill adventure I'd like to publish for October. There are a lot of people in the Discord, in the monster section homebrew of the Discord, that are very good at doing that. Even if Onyx Studios has a thing that can help you do that as well. Mortal has a chart of a whole bunch of monsters he made before he became a dev that is going to be usable for that. But I don't think I would be able to take my team and divert them towards converting overs for monsters. But I think we've shared enough things with the monsters and stuff. And another cool little sneak peek here, the Monster Starter Pack is going to be getting an update very soon. The Monster Starter Pack, that will also help people be able to convert things a bit better as well. But there is going to be off in the horizon, there is going to be a 5e to DC20 conversion guide as well. So no worries there. And then now everybody's just saying something in the chat, because everybody go ahead and say something in the chat. If you already did, then you're good. And then, Zagard, the other spider tribes are the Echo Fangs, the Screeching Spinners, the Web Spinners of Infinite Threads, and the Brood of Forgotten Threads. Dude, you weren't kidding about the Great Web. There's like spider factions, dude. Wild. Absolutely wild. That's crazy. I love that. I love that, Zagard. And Simon, just want to say you rock, Coach. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Simon. Dude. Let's go. Oh, appreciate that, man. Aron, will there be a contest in which we could submit spell ideas like the Cobalt Press did with their Deep Magic Kickstarter campaigns? I have that's a long story. I am not a fan of there's a lot of reasons why I don't think it is good to do, hey, pay us money and we'll put your stuff in things. You know what I'm saying? There's just such a conflict of interest there. There's such a murky water. So I'm not going to speak on that necessarily anymore. But I absolutely, in the Patreon live streams, we do brainstorms. I'm absolutely open to brainstorms. There's going to be feedback. When we make spells, like once we make spells in 0.10, that's not the last time we're making spells. 0.10 will probably have 75% of the spells we release in the game. Maybe a little, like we're going to have to release a bunch of spells. But we're not going to be releasing like some of the top end, high end, like 5 mana something spells, and there's going to be room to be able to add more. So I absolutely could see feedback being added there, but not in the form of a there's that. Exus did me play an update. Not since the last time I updated you guys. They are now working on. We did a whole hour and a half call. I gave them a ton of feedback. And now they're going back to working on it, and then we'll pick it back up and have another chance. No updates yet. Liam, last chance for endorsements. he's hustling. Zagard, ironically, I am an arachnophobic, but you know what they say? Know your enemy, dude. If you're arachnophobic and you have the Great Web, props to you, dude. That's amazing. I love that. That's so cool, dude. Props. Sir Cloud, bribe to add side character creation to core rules. Add side character creation to core rules. Side character? Are you talking about like assistants? Like sidekicks? Sidekicks in the core rules? I just don't see sidekicks in the core rules. But I will take the bribe into consideration. And then Kyle says, I vote Liam for your new position coach. Okay, Kyle. Kyle has officially voted for Liam there as well. That's funny. All right. winner. We got 2 winners coming. Here they go. First winner is going to be a DC20 giveaway, as we normally do every single week, no matter what the live stream goal is hit or not. We always do the giveaway every time. DC20 and core rules and the monster starter pack. Did we have it? Wait, who? Ginger Steve, you won. Let's go. And you subscribe to this channel. Let's go. Awesome. Late fee from thank you for the late fee, Bit Viper. And then Dustbreaker made the best GM applicant win. Dustbreaker. Hey, Dustbreaker's in there too. That's funny. And then so there you go. If you won, Ginger, wait, yeah, I already said your name. If you won, message me. And the other winner is, did I type it right? And the winner is, this is the winner for the Die Hard Dice. Oh, that's like a drum roll. Elroman Digivolves 2 Metal Elroman. Do you see the joke I just made? Because it's a Digimon joke for Elroman, and then like the Die Hard Dice is metal dice, and then you get the idea. That's awesome. Let's go. There's the winners, people. If you won, go to Discord, type message a moderator. Their names are in red. They'll get you hooked up, set up, good to go. Thank you guys. This was a fun one. This was crazy. I feel like we were efficient with the questions tonight. I got the chat questions. I got the super chat questions. We got some sneak peeks. We got some spell sneak peeks. We talked about some dates. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Stay creative. Think outside the box. Love y'all.